What's up, everyone? This is the last little hip windmill variation that I want to show. This one for me is pretty intense, so I'm going to run through it from a few different angles, and I'll let you watch.
Do you massage this?
I just did a little bit.
And you massaged your...
Yes.
And you did this specific region here. What we need to do now is a bit of abdominal activation.
Okay.
Did you do the breathing with elbow to elbow? That might be a good place to start today. Start with that, and then I'd like to do the pulling the rubber band and lowering your leg to the wall.
Okay.
Remember that, okay?
Okay, so let's get rid of that. So I'm just going to start from the beginning. The first thing you actually see me do is I'm actually just kind of oscillating the hips. So you can see me up here. I'm just kind of start from the beginning here. So you can see I'm just doing some hip circles, just kind of plying the hip open a little bit. And I'm only doing this because, you know, the hip's a pretty complex joint. So I did a bunch of stuff just to kind of feel like I could kind of sink into the stretch a little bit. And what I'm looking for is this to be a straight line. I really don't want to see your butt here. We don't want the body bent. We want in this case, my right hip, my far side hip should be down. So I'm actually pushing my far side hip down. So actually a nice little hip stretch on that side. Once I get there though, then all I'm going to do is I'm going to reach through and I'm just going to lean towards it. So I'm going to put some weight in that palm. So my close arm, my left arm is supporting me, and I'm just going to put some weight on it, and I'm going to sink as low as I can. Now once I get down here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to watch my spine because I'm pretty tight. My spine is kind of rounded. That's not good. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to push through the floor, and I'm going to just open it as far as I can. Now again, not great, but also my next one, it opens up a little bit further. I want to just try to make my spine as tall as possible. Then I'm going to come back up, kind of let everything relax for a second, hinge back down, start to tilt out, tilt out, tilt out. This is as far as I can go. Again, spine's kind of rounded, so what I want you to do is I want you to watch. I'm going to draw my line from here to here. I'm kind of rounded. I'm just going to brace myself and just pull, and all of a sudden, there we go. It's a much straighter line compared to where it was a second ago. So there's a few things going on here. I want to open up that hip, but remember, we don't want to mobilize and teach our body to be flexible and mobile with a rounded spine. We want to teach ourselves to be mobile and flexible with our spine in neutral. So if I'm only able to do this with a hunchback, I'm kind of just actually reinforcing a hunchback position. So this is sort of another variation of the hip windmill. I put up two other videos on we'll call the lateral hip windmill, the medial windmill, and I think that all three of these together is a fantastic way to open up the hips before like a squat or a hinge movement. A fun little test is do like a set of maybe, like 5 body weight air squats or some light deadlifts, and then go through this entire complex and then do it again and see how you feel. And it's pretty amazing how much more open we can get the hips. This is the last one I'll put up for a little bit, but hope these all help, and try them out because, again, it doesn't really matter how strong you are. If the hips are locked, strength won't matter. The body will be stuck in a bad position, so we want to make sure that we're able to tap into our strength by allowing for full mobility. So maintain these things. If they're not hard for you, make sure you maintain this, and if these are hard for you, work on these daily because they will get better with time. Okay.